Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title, what we're going to be talking about today, this is part of my series that I have called Talk That Talk. If you are an old subby of mine, then you are very familiar with my Talk That Talk series. Pretty much for those of you who are not familiar, hi new subbies! Thank you for everyone who has newly subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me on this channel. There is a lot going on. I appreciate you guys. Please make yourself known. If you are new, you've never commented, you want to communicate under any of my videos, feel free. That's what I love to do. I like to talk to people. So in the Talk That Talk series, sometimes I am one topic specific. I may hear something, you know, in the news, in the media, celebrity gossip, what have you, that sparked my interest, and I feel the need to talk about it, and I'll make a video about it. Other times I can be all over the place with various things that are going on today in our world, in the media, what have you. Today is going to be one of those days where I am talking about various things. I told you guys that once I got my recording space set up, that I was going to definitely try to bring you guys more videos, and that is what I am trying to do. I'm having some trouble with my channel, but I'm not going to bitch on this channel about it. You guys check out my vlog channel at 50 Shades of Pink 1 or Pink's NYC Vlogs. Either link or name will bring you to my vlog channel, and that's where I talk about all the other stuff that goes on in my life that you would never know about on this channel. So all those links will be down below. And before I get this video started, I also want to give a quick shout out to my girl Nina, the Concrete Rose. I am wearing some of the lovely pieces from her jewelry line, Fab Jewels 0001. This beautiful bow ring here, and this beautiful bow bracelet. So I had to give my girl a shout out. Check the links below for all of her information. She has some fabulous jewelry pieces, and you guys should go check it out. If you're a jewelry lover like I am, a jewelry fiend, you will definitely find something over in her shop that you will enjoy. And I also have a video coming up showing some of the lovely pieces that she has sent me in the last month. And you guys should stay tuned for that video. Okay, so y'all, let's get into what the hell's been going on. So, the first thing I want to talk about is Amber Rose and Wiz Khalifa. So, you guys, I'm sure if any of you are online, then you have seen some posts, heard some talk, maybe read it somewhere, or what have you. Amber Rose filed for divorce from Wiz Khalifa. Now, you know I like to give my little side notes and opinions. And what I'm going to say is when they first got together, after Amber Rose broke up with Kanye, I was just like, this couple just, they didn't seem like they went to me. And for whatever reasons, you know, people come together for a lot of reasons. Wiz and Amber to me just didn't seem like they went for whatever reasons. He is very slim. I'm not saying that that's a reason, but he's just like a very slim dude. You know, he smoked weed a lot. She was like another video vixen, and she kind of got discovered because she was dating Kanye, and Kanye was dressing her, and they were everywhere taking pictures, and she was a stripper. But Amber Rose is very intelligent. I have seen her in several interviews. She speaks very well. She seems to have a very good head on her shoulders. Whatever. So anyway, Amber and Rose got together. Amber and Rose, y'all. Amber and Wiz got together, and they got married very quickly. And at first I was like, wow, they seem to really have their shit together. You didn't really hear too much gossip about them. They didn't post too much stuff online about themselves. Next thing you know, Amber was pregnant and they had a baby named Sebastian. He's absolutely adorable, and you know, things seem to be going pretty good for them. So I was like, okay, that couple grew on me. I was like, well, good for them. You know, he seemed to really love her and she seemed to really love him. So kudos to them. But within the last few days, Amber filed for divorce. And the reason under the paperwork that she filed is irreconcilable differences. So pretty much that means it could be anything. That's like a miscellaneous when you file for divorce. So, but then today, you know, there was a lot of speculation going on. Y'all know how the media do. Once a story hits, everybody has an opinion, everybody has a theory. And a lot of times people will have to come out and clear the air so everybody knows what's really going on. And that's what Amber did. I think she tweeted something to the fact that she would never cheat on her husband, because people were saying, oh, she was the one that must have cheated, and you know, they broke up. She also filed for full custody of their son with giving Wiz visitation. Now I'm very familiar with the law, especially in this court of law. When a mom files for full custody, pretty much that means that dad doesn't really have a say-so in what goes on in this baby's life. He is entitled to his visitation, whatever they work out among themselves in the court. He's entitled to the visitation. But mom has sole, you know, in legal custody, which means she does everything and makes all the decisions. And I just thought that was kind of weird, because why wouldn't they just do joint custody? Why wouldn't she file for joint custody, you know? So I don't really know all the ins and outs, but she is saying that it was not her that cheated, but Wiz who cheated. And I'm sure within the next few days or weeks we will get more and more information, or more and more speculation, but eventually the story is going to come out and we will find out what has happened. Although she has filed for divorce, that does not mean that they are divorced. It just means that she has filed the paperwork, and the process does take a while. So maybe they will work it out before all of this gets, you know, done. But yeah, so, you know, these celebrity couples, I don't know, they be moving really fast, and I just be like, damn, like you met her Tuesday and y'all was married on Sunday. You got a baby on the next Monday. But anyway, we'll see what happens, and I will keep you guys updated with that. Alright, y'all, so next thing I want to talk about that totally blew my mind was Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is expecting his first child. Tyler Perry is 45 years old. You guys know him as a powerhouse movie maker, play producer, all that. Tyler Perry, I think, is a genius. I have followed his story from when he first, you know, became known to us. And I like Tyler Perry, but for whatever reasons, I thought Tyler Perry was gay. Maybe somebody might have said Tyler Perry was gay to me, and I kind of just went with that. I don't really know, but I just didn't think he liked women, and that's such a horrible assumption. Just because he wasn't booed up or with, you know, seen with a bunch of women, you know, automatically people assume that he's gay. I don't think I initially assumed that he's gay, but I think I might have heard he was gay from somebody, and I was just like, oh, okay, it makes sense. But Mr. Tyler Perry, people are saying that he's bisexual. I've read that on several websites. Somebody said that he actually came out in an interview and admitted to being bisexual. I don't know if that's true or not. You can't believe everything you read on the internet. I'm just telling y'all what I read. So, Tyler Perry is expecting his first child with his on-again, off-again girlfriend. Her name, I remember, but it's one of those weird names, so I'm not going to even try to say it. She's a 28-year-old model, and yeah, they're having a baby. Supposedly he was having a birthday bash, and she alluded to the fact that she was going to be expecting his baby. So yeah, y'all, Tyler Perry's having a baby. Interesting. That was one thing I just wanted to talk about, because I was just like, wow. Very interesting. If you guys know any more information about that than what I just said, please feel free to leave your comments and your information down below so we can all share and talk about it. Real quick, Scandal is back. Hey! Hello to all my Scandal fans. Now, I don't know if I would call myself a real Scandal fan, because honestly, when it was on TV, I did not watch it. all those seasons, all my friends posting every 5 minutes the updates of what the hell's going on Scandal. I was totally irritated and really not into it. But every time the season ended, every time the season ended, I would go to Netflix and watch the season that had just ended. And I became a victim and fell to the Scandal freaking crazies, because I'm totally addicted to Scandal now and I must see it. But I don't know if I want to watch it now and then have to wait every week and go through commercials and all that nonsense, or do I want to wait again until it is finished and then watch it on Netflix? Decisions. So I don't know, but I just had to say real quick, Scandal's back. Y'all know my Scandal heads out there. Y'all already know. We gonna see how this damn story continues, because I was like left with so many unanswered questions the last freaking time, the last episode of Scandal. You better pick up and fill me in if I decide to watch. Alright, y'all, next thing I want to talk about is Nivea and Christina Milian. So if you are not familiar with Nivea, y'all know Nivea. Nivea has not come out with anything recently, but she was a singer back in the days, in the 2000s, I believe. You know, she had a lot of songs. She had that song, Don't. Okay, you guys, so I apologize again. I'm sure that you can notice the quality of the video has changed. I am waiting for my new memory card for my DSLR camera. The one that I have, it doesn't hold that much. So after about 20 minutes, it cuts off. So I'm using my iPad, and I apologize, but hopefully not too much longer we will have that problem. So let's just pick right back up to what I left off with, which was Nivea. And Nivea's a damn fool, but I respect her. Gangsta, and she ain't playing no games. Okay, so next, y'all, I want to talk about, which also just recently came out, maybe today or yesterday, is Kim Kardashian. Now, so many people bash Kim Kardashian, and I'm not a huge Kim Kardashian or the Kardashian brand fan at all, but let me tell y'all something. Kim Kardashian be dressing for that ass. Okay, a lot of people talk shit about her, but she has some great style. If she is dressing herself, which I don't know if she is, but if she is, I'm loving what she's doing with her fashion lately. And recently she has stepped it up a little bit. I hear that Kanye is actually picking out her clothes and you know, telling her what to wear. I'm not even mad at that. Like, you know, that's your husband. If you appreciate his taste and he's picking out the finest designer threads for you and you okay with it, then what's the problem? Ain't nothing wrong with your man dressing and buying for you. So I'm not mad at that. Recently, Kim, Kanye, and y'all know the tag-along Kris Jenner, they were at a show for Balmain, which I absolutely love so many of their pieces. Too bad I cannot afford any of that shit. But Balmain makes some of the most beautiful dresses and pieces that I just love. Kim Kardashian's shape is very feminine, curvy. So her clothes, I love how they look on her body, because, you know, I can appreciate a curvy shape because I also have a curvy body. So it's good to see curvy women who are in couture pieces. I'm sure Kim's pieces are custom made for her, but it's just good to see a curvy girl in some couture pieces. They are in Paris. You guys know they own a home in Paris, and they were at the Balmain show for, I believe, 2015 fashions already. You guys know, if you're familiar with the fashion world, how it works. When you're in one year, they're showing the fashions for the next year. So now we're in 2014, they're already showing the fashions for 2015. So they were at a show actually watching her sister Kendall, and Kendall is killing, y'all. If you have not seen any of the shows that she's been walking in, I think she's doing a fabulous job. I do see there's a lot of hate out there on the blogs for Kendall, you know, saying if she wasn't a Kardashian, then hold on, y'all, hold on. That if she wasn't a Kardashian, then she would have never had the opportunity that she has. And you know what? That may be absolutely freaking true, but because she is a Kardashian, she didn't have a choice being born into the Kardashians. She ain't asked to be here. Whatever. If that is the case and she got that opportunity, homegirl is killing. It's not even like she got the opportunity and she sucks and they're just keeping her because, you know, whatever. She's very tall. She has a model face. She has very nice bone structure. All of them do. All of the Kardashians, I think, have really good bone structure. They're definitely not as beautiful as they come across on camera because, yes, they do have hair weaves and makeup artists that keep them together. But, hey, they got the money to do that, so don't even be mad. But Kendall Jenner, and she goes by Kendall, minus the Jenner now that she's a model, is killing. They came to see her walk in the Balmain show. Kim pulled up and I guess a driver was driving her to the show, and she gets out the car and some guy literally like goes to grab her and pulls her ass to the ground, and then security comes, and my girl Kim, she gets right back up. I guess, get her shit together real quick, fix her do, and baby girl just kept it moving. And she sits in the front row. Y'all know they sit in the front row at the shows. And she did not look like nothing happened to her. That shit did not faze her not one bit. I mean, Kim is probably used to getting shit thrown at her, people spitting on her, all type of shit. People can't stand her ass. But, baby girl was looking good, okay? I'm not even mad. Her dress was fabulous, Kim. You do it, baby. Okay, so next I want to talk about Britney Spears, y'all. When's the last time y'all heard Britney Spears' name? I know it's been a minute since I heard Britney Spears' name. Listen, this is going to be real quick. Ain't even really no juicy gossip. But I just wanted to share with y'all. Britney Spears has a new do. Bam! Look at that. Look at that. I love when women get to a certain point in their life and they just mature. Like, they know that they're grown, they may have become mothers, or they may have reached a certain point in their life and they just like, my style needs to be reinvented and changed. That is what I believe happened to Britney Spears at this very moment. She has got the middle-age bob, is what I call it. But I love it. I love it. I love a bob, a nice, clean cut bob. I think she looks fabulous. Well, at least the hair. She's looking, like she done been through some things in her face. But no shade, Britney, no shade. I love the hair. The hair cut, I think, suits her. I think it's great for the point she is in her life. Don't really know what Britney is doing at the moment, but whatever it is, I wish her well. I just wanted to show y'all this fabulous new haircut that she got, and I think it's perfect for her. Next thing y'all want to talk about, which is something on a more serious note, is the Michael Brown situation. So if you've been following the story, then you know Michael Brown was the young man who was shot and killed, unarmed young man who was shot and killed in Missouri by a police officer, and pretty much there's no justice to this case. I think it's still an ongoing situation, and it's just been so much negative press about what's going on in Missouri, but there's also been a lot of positive press, but people will not come out and talk about that. But nonetheless, I'm not going to get back into the whole thing about the whole situation, but recently there was a memorial where he had been shot. Family and friends set up a memorial for him. Someone burned the memorial to the ground. I don't want to get too angry, too emotional about this, because things like that make you angry. I don't know Michael Brown, not related to him in any type of way, but I feel a connection to him. And the fact that someone would burn this young man's memorial, he's not here any longer. Like, he is dead. How much hate do you have to have in your freaking heart to be burning a dead kid's memorial? Like, Are you for real? I am not familiar with Missouri in no type of way. I think my husband has traveled to Missouri several times, you know, when he used to travel for business a lot. But me personally, I've never been to Missouri. I don't know what it's like in Missouri. I don't know the people. But I'm assuming in that particular part of Missouri, there's a lot of racism. There's a lot of racism. You people will argue, you know, and say there isn't. But from what I'm seeing and hearing and viewing, people are angry. Like, people are angry at Michael Brown, unarmed kid who is shit. That really, really hurts my heart. There's no human compassion. So whomever set this fire, y'all know it wasn't his people, and we'll leave it at that. Whoever set this fire is just so angry at what's been going on, or they just don't give a fuck. And I just think that's so damn disrespectful. It's so damn disrespectful to, regardless of what has happened, he is no longer here. He was a child. He was unarmed. No, I don't know all the ins and outs to the story, nor am I going to claim to. That's why I didn't do a video about it when it first happened, because it was just too much, you know, wasn't enough information, and I just didn't feel like getting all into that at that time. But because of this recent thing, I'm talking about it. But the fucking nerve of whoever did that, and whoever did that, you know what, karma is a bitch, and it is the biggest bitch. And also, just to freaking add to that, the police in Missouri, they are wearing bracelets that say, I am Darren Wilson. Now, Darren Wilson is the police officer who shot Michael Brown, unarmed Michael Brown. Now all of the police officers, I don't know all of the police officers, but a lot of the police officers are wearing bracelets, I'll try to insert a picture here, that say I am Darren Wilson. So, again, I don't want to speculate, but, you know, I guess they are in support of their fellow officer as to why he shot this kid. I don't know the full story. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is just why I don't want to get into the whole thing. But they are wearing bracelets to say they support Darren Wilson. Pretty much that's saying they support or supported Darren Wilson shooting this unarmed kid. And they are going to ride for their fellow officers. Now, I know a lot of police officers. You are taught when you enter the academy that you stick together no matter what. I have family that are police officers. I have family that are FBI agents. You are taught to stick together no matter what. If something goes down, you are supposed to stick with your partner, your team, your group, which is the police officers in general. So, you know, I understand that. But at the same time, when right is right and wrong is wrong, do you still stick with your brothers? Like, you know, if you jump, I jump? No. Just no. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, I want to talk about the iPhone 6 craze and the iPhone 6 Plus craze. Really quick, I'm not getting into no whole big thing. So, when they announced that the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus was coming out, there was so much drama and, you know, talk about these damn phones. Now, I will say this. I am an Apple lover. Mostly everything that I have is Apple. Now, I don't just have an iPhone, or I don't just have an iPad, or I don't just have a laptop, whatever. Pretty much almost all electronics that I have are Apple. I even have an Apple modem. So I'm very familiar with Apple products. My very first laptop was an Apple laptop. I know a lot about Apple. What I also know is when they first come out with new phones or new upgrades, you do not go out and buy them, and you do not upgrade your phone right away, because there's always, and I do mean always, an issue and kinks that they have to work out. So personally, I knew that I wasn't going to run out and go get the iPhone 6. For what? the shit is gonna be available. The shit is gonna be available. I don't need to be the first kid on the block with it, nor do I need a phone. The phone that I have now is the iPhone 5S, and it works perfectly fine for me. There's nothing wrong with it. The only thing why I will upgrade my phone shortly is the memory. The new iPhone 6s have a lot more memory storage, which I can appreciate, and they also have the 1080 camera, which I also can appreciate. And there's a few other features that I read up on that I thought was really cool. And you know, that really is about it. The iPhone 6 Plus looked like a damn iPad to me. There's no way that I could see myself walking around. I'm using my iPad to record, or I will show y'all, with such a huge phone to my face, a phone that you can't even put in your pocket. I don't necessarily always put my phone in my pocket, but if I'm like running out real quick and you know, you grab your phone, or if you have like a little wristlet, where's that big ass baby iPad gonna go? Like, for people, I guess, that wanted the bigger screen or whatever, I guess it's okay, but it's just too big and bulky for men and women. My husband was like, what the hell am I gonna do with that phone? I can't even fit it in my suit jacket. Like, it's just huge. You know, whatever. And then I thought it was funny because there was like beef between the people that use Samsung and the people that use iPhone. I thought this shit was hilarious. Everybody going back and forth over these phones. Ain't none of y'all getting paid for your comments, whether you a Samsung user or iPhone user. Like, who really cares? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so Samsung people is like, iPhone pretty much jacked the whole Galaxy, whatever the latest Galaxy is, and I kind of agree. Because Apple, when the Samsung phone first came out, there was a lot of Apple heads and Apple people saying, you know, like, the phone is freaking huge. Who would ever use that? And I remember that because I thought, like, damn, that phone is so big. And Samsung actually has a commercial playing on YouTube now, you know, and they tell you the whole story. Like, people talked about the Samsung, but now they imitating it. They saying it was like talking it to a piece of toast. And I actually remember that because I was like, damn, the phone is just too big. One of my very best friends, he is a Samsung head. He's also an electronic head. He likes a lot of electronics. And one day we were, you know, hanging out, headed to the city, and we were comparing the iPhone to the Samsung. His phone was like triple the size of my phone, but he had some really, really cool features on the Samsung. Me personally, it was just too big. Maybe if it was a little smaller, I might consider it, but maybe not. Because I remember before I got my iPhone, I was just like, I'm never getting an iPhone. You know, too many people got it. I don't want what everybody else got, blah, blah, blah. I'm happy with my Samsung. But then when my contract was up and they actually offered me the damn iPhone, and I noticed all the features that it had, I decided to get the iPhone. So yeah, if you want to walk around with a phone the size of an iPad, then I guess, hey, it's cool. The iPhone 6 is slightly bigger than the iPhone 5, but it's also thinner, and people are already complaining that if you put it in your pocket that it bends. So that's not good. So I don't know. I probably will upgrade my phone no time soon, but just for the memory and the camera. Next thing, y'all, want to talk about the Beyonce and Jay-Z concert On the Run that premiered on HBO. I didn't have tickets to go see the concert, so I waited for it to come on HBO. Now, when the show first came on, it's like Jay-Z and Beyonce, and they're like standing there on the stage. And it just was very weird. It was very weird. Like, you know, when the concert first starts, you get like that feeling like, oh, it's going to be a great concert. Oh, it's going to be so good. But I really didn't get that feeling. It seemed like it was going to be corny. Like, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it in the beginning. And then as it progressed, I was like, okay, it's getting better. But honestly, Beyonce did not need Jay-Z ass out there, because Jay-Z did not offer anything, I feel like, to the concert. Beyonce is a true performer. Like, she really, really performed, and she had the set and the dances, and she brings you life. Jay-Z had the same pants on for the whole concert, and he was boring. Like, he really didn't, you know, bring any excitement. I like the end of the concert when they came out together and she had like that skirt that was like an American flag, and they kind of was reminiscing about their life together, and they showed the video of Blue and when Beyonce was pregnant. I thought that was really sweet, and you know, she thanked him for giving a great concert, and he thanked her and said she's one of the best performers in the world. But overall, I wasn't really that impressed. And HBO or whomever edited the video, you know, they did some edits, they slowed some parts down, they added some special effects to some other parts, but overall it was just okay to me. And last but definitely not least, I just want to hint on the Beyonce and Nicki Minaj Flawless remix thing. Now, I had got asked by more than one person to talk about the chick Liv, the girl that came for Beyonce with the Sorry Miss Carter song. I actually did shoot a video for, you know, my opinion about the whole situation, and it got cut off. So I'm not gonna do the video again. You know, that's just that, whatever. It was like a 15-minute video, and I'm just not gonna do it again. But anyway, here's my theory on why Beyonce chose Nicki Minaj to do the Flawless remix with, because you know Beyonce don't be collabing with nobody really, like, especially not a female, and you know, unless it was her Destiny's Child people, she don't be collabing with nobody. She do her own thing, but she decided to collab with Nicki Minaj on this Flawless remix, and here's my theory why. So the girl Liv, who came for Beyonce with the Sorry Miss Carter song, cannot stand Nicki Minaj. She is a Nicki Minaj hater to her bone. She can't stand Nicki Minaj. If you do any research, follow her on Instagram or any, you type her name in, the girl talks about Nicki Minaj so much in a negative way. Some of her points are very valid. I won't even say that they are not. But at the same time, she cannot stand Nicki Minaj, and her whole movement is about taking people like Nicki Minaj down and bringing a more positive aspect to women in hip-hop, women in music, or what have you. But in my video, I pretty much said Liv has some good points, but she's also very, you know, contradicting in a lot of things that she says, so I can't respect her. But my theory is Beyonce was like, oh, okay, you slept with my man, or you talk about my man, you made a song about me, you know what, I'm gonna team up with the bitch that you hate, the one that you can't stand the most, and we gonna make a song called Flawless. So y'all, that's just my theory. That is it. I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Please feel free to comment on anything that I have spoke about today. Follow me on Instagram at Pink's Fashion Life and Style. I'll leave it down below. Make sure to like this video if you want more of these, and I will see you guys next time.